Whoa, hold on.
Round one. Fight!
Stream, okay, stream did the thing. Hang on. Make sure everything is back. Oh, on there. It looks like it's back up. That was frustrating. Oh well, that's fine. At least I fixed it.
Flawless victory.
That was a little annoying, but
Round two.
mostly because I just splits the VOD, so now I have to upload the fatalities as two separate things. But
Finish him.
shit! I took too long.
Flawless victory.
I was on the wrong side, and I didn't want to try and read the fatality differently. Don't worry, it might fuck up. It's gonna take long enough. I can just upload this as its own separate thing as well. I mean, at this rate, I don't even know if I wanted to see the rest of the fatality. They've been very not good.
Round one.
There's been a couple, like, good ones here and there, but for the most part, they're just so bad.
Flawless victory. Round two. Fight! Finish him.
Like, that would have been cool if Baraka didn't do that same thing literally an hour earlier. What the fuck? Remember the loading screen of Cobra challenging Onaga? I think Onaga is saying, how the fuck did you get in here? Get the fuck out. I mean, that's, yeah, them having the balls to put Cobra in a loading screen facing Onaga is very bold. Somebody with Harakiri. Man, I just... Okay, it's the same thing. I don't want to be so negative about this, but, like, these fatalities just kind of suck. There's a few little bright spots here and there. But why do the 3D fatalities suck? What? Why?
Sub-Zero wins. Harakiri.
Dude, these suck. A lot of these suck. Like, what the hell? Yeah, oh, fuck off. That's exactly my reaction, too.
Sub-Zero.
Like, I get the swords are all he's got that's unique to him, but do something more. There's so much more you can do.
Round one. Fight.
You have 3 more characters up. You have Sindel, Sub-Zero, and,
Wins. Flawless victory.
almost there.
Fight. Finish him.
Yep. Alright, calm down, Flash. You don't gotta speed run it. They have the new Sindel fatality show from I thought it actually was pretty cool. Like, that one really utilizes her hair. I'm sure her other one will utilize, like, the Banshee scream. I thought it was pretty cool.
Sub-Zero.
It's not like a Sindel fatality we've seen before, which that's kind of what I want from, like, these MK1 fatalities. I want to see, like, aside from cameos, I want to see shit, like, we haven't seen these characters do before.
Round
Good Sindel for once, yeah.
Fight.
I mean, she's totally good in this game.
Sindel wins. Flawless victory.
He's a good guy in this game.
Fight. Finish him.
Yep. You know what? Fair enough. That was probably one of the better fatalities I've seen. It's too bad you with that. I thought about watching that movie last night just because, like, just to like really reminisce about how bad it was. But I was like, I don't know if I really want to. So I just didn't know if I really wanted to watch that movie. I actually might watch the newer one tonight. I still think the like Mortal Kombat 2021, a good movie. Is it like obviously does it have like obvious flaws? Yeah. It's still just a damn fun movie to watch. Yeah. Sometimes I just want to have fun with my movies. I don't want to think. I don't want to use my thinking. Yep. What the fuck, Cinda? Cole Young, power of plot armor. I actually do not mind Cole Young in the movie. I think that a character like that could have been done. It could have been done better, but it also could have been done so much worse. I think for what he is, Cole's not a bad character. There was never a time where I was like, man, I wish Cole would get the fuck out of the movie. I was like, I was fine with him being there. He was a fine character. Alright, Sub-Zero, you finally get to get your revenge. Everyone's been kicking your ass, now you finally get to take your own little crack at these fatalities. Yep. See, that was fucking cool. That was actually a really good fatality. Can we get more of that? Like, albeit a bit, like, kind of... Like, it didn't look the best because of the 3D graphics, but I mean, like... It was actually, like, a cool concept for a fatality. I like the little slide back he does. I like slides back on one foot just to, like, powerhouse your head into your frozen body. That's cool. Why don't we have more of this?
Fight! Zero wins. Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight!
Up, up, back, forward, X.
Finish him.
I couldn't back up.
Victory.
It was from sweep. I thought I was sweep, but it wouldn't let me back up. Oh, you just realized, no, we have 2 more characters we got, because we have to look at Goro and, fucking Shao Kahn. I forgot we have them in there. Oh, shit, my bad. We actually have 4 more.
Round 1. Fight!
We have 2 more characters, actually.
Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight!
Oh, I was looking at Sindel's fatality. I should have been looking at Sub-Zero. I'm part of it. God damn it.
Flawless victory.
I did the wrong thing again. Back down, forward down. Oh, square. I thought it was triangle.
Sub-Zero.
I was looking at the wrong fatality.
Sub-Zero.
I read like the right movement inputs, but I looked at the top one for the button. You couldn't tell. I'm getting a bit tired. I gotta stop doing streams like this late, but it always feels like I always like doing a bit later.
Round 1. Fight! Flawless victory.
Back down, forward down.
Fight! Finish him.
There we go.
Sub-Zero.
A little dramatic.
Fatality.
It wasn't bad. Sub-Zero's probably got the most consistent ones so far. Of, like, the fatalities.
Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero.
He's, like, been, like, the most consistent. I actually think he's got two solid ones, really.
Round one. Fight! Flawless victory. Round two. Fight! Finish him.
Yep. You know, it's what Sub-Zero does.
Harakiri.
For Sub-Zero, they ain't bad. Alright, we have three more players. Tanya, Goro, and Shao Kahn.
Tanya. Sub-Zero.
Let's see, Tanya, what can you do? I'm genuinely asking because I really don't know much about your character except for you have the Tonfas. That's all I really know about you.
Round one. Fight! Tanya wins. Flawless victory. Round two. Fight! Finish him.
There we go. Oh.
Tanya wins. Fatality.
So she just does what Dairu does, but worse. Got it.
Tanya. Sub-Zero.
It's basically what Dairu did, but Dairu took out two of your leg bones and stabbed you in the eyes. Okay. Off to a great start here, Tanya.
Round one. Fight! Tanya wins. Flawless victory.
I said a stupid thought. Oh boy.
Fight!
Oh, back forward.
Finish him.
Oh, shit. Oh, she's using the combo.
Tanya wins.
They don't even fully follow. An alternate from the Mandela catalog. Honestly, I mean, I love the Mandela catalog, so obviously I'm biased a little bit, but that would be kind of fucking cool. Don't know what they would do, but it'd be fucking cool.
Sub-Zero.
Also, going on that fatality, I thought they were gonna do the fucking thing again, where she like cuts him a little bit, and then hits him and like their body falls apart. I actually probably would have preferred that to what the fuck that fatality was, because that was really bad. That I think that was as basic as you could get with that fatality.
Flawless victory. Round two. Fight! Finish her!
What the fuck, Tanya?
Sub-Zero wins. Harakiri.
Okay. Given their lower alternates cannot physically hurt people. Also, yeah, Tanya is something. Yeah, Well, that was Tanya. You know, I'm not even gonna say anything. It's not worth it. I'll get fucking cooked by Mortal Kombat Twitter if I shit talk Tanya in the old games. I'm sorry.
Sub-Zero.
Like, dude, those were bad. All three of those finishers were terrible. Alright, Goro, what do you got, bud? The outspoken MK fans, yeah?
Round one. Fight! Flawless victory.
Back, forward.
Fight! Finish him. Fatality.
What is with fatalities in this game? And, like, a character will have a very clear, very obvious, like, gimmick. Like, yeah, that's what you give Goro, yeah. The guy with 4 arms, what should we have him do? Let's have him stab you with 4 different blades, pull one out, and then stab you in the head. Conceptually, it doesn't even sound that bad. But the way they do it in this game, like, they're clearly just not respecting the character at that point. Like,
Flawless victory.
what are we doing with these fatalities? Okay. Alright, that one was a bit better. I mean, he does that a lot better in MK9 and MKX. Like, he does, like, a better version of that in MK9 and MKX, but, like, that was better. That's more, like, Goro-esque. And it's more of a Goro fatality. I think I already know what his Harakiri is, and I'm gonna be disappointed by it. Like, I can already tell I'm gonna be disappointed by this Harakiri. I've been disappointed by every single Harakiri, to be honest, but, like, this one I think is what's gonna be the worst. Up 4 forward back X. Yep. Yeah.
Harakiri.
I don't. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I feel like I'm personally missing something here. Like, am I missing part of the plot on these Harakiris? Like, how is that a Goro-specific Harakiri? That's like the 5th time we've seen a character take, like, their blades and jab themselves. Like, there's gotta be something better. Shao Kahn, I swear to God, you better have something good. Please, Shao Kahn, have a good fatality and a good Harakiri. As weird as that sounds. We got the first one. Alright. That wasn't too bad, I guess. Again, he does that better in MK9, but that's Shao Kahn. Big boy Shao, exactly. Like, that's Shao Kahn. Like, you show me that fatality on any other character, I'd be like, no, that doesn't look right. That looks like a Shao Kahn thing. Like, thing. Like, a little generic for Shao, yeah, but, I mean, that's him. Big man with hammer. Alright. We got one okay one. I hope the second one's a little better.
Round 1. Fight.
I'm not, like, expecting the world here, but hopefully the second one's just a bit better.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Alright. Alright.
Shao Kahn
You know?
wins.
Shao Kahn's fatality is actually weren't that bad. At least it was something only he can do. I think that's kind of what I've been missing just from every single one of these, like, fatalities and some of the harakiri so far. They just, like, a lot of them are missing that factor of, like, can only this fighter do this? Is this only, like, is this something specifically this character can do, and only this character? That should always be an element in a fatality. It should be unique to that fighter. And I feel like this game really forgot about that.
Fight! Zero wins. Flawless victory.
Like, I feel like later games really understood that.
Fight!
But these games are just like...
Finish him.
Alright. I mean, it's another, like, I'm gonna destroy the fuck out of my head. But I guess that could have been worse. He could have just not used the hammer. And it would have not been at all a Shao Kahn harakiri. Alright. We're at the end. We looked at all of them. My biggest takeaway right now is, why is this game so disappointing with that? Like, why is this game so goddamn disappointing with its fatalities? I mean, like, if, like, trying to remember through them, if I had to pick ones that, like, stood out for being really good and, like, really utilizing what the characters did, both the Sub-Zeros, I think, were actually pretty fucking good. Like, I think Sub-Zero probably has the best fatalities in this game. Actually, no, that's Li Mei. Despite some weird camera work on one of them, Li Mei, I think, has the two best fatalities in this game. Especially her first one, where she just punches the shit out of you, and then your body just explodes from the force of it. Like, that's cool. I think that one, and then Sub-Zero's one where he freezes you, takes your head, and then throws it back at you. That's cool. Those are probably the best two. Kenshi had a cool one where he rips you in half, but I kind of didn't like it as much because we saw Ermac do the same thing. I mean, Cabal had some okay ones. I think Smokes was okay because it was kind of a smoke fatality. But I just think for the most part, these fatalities just missed the mark because half of them, anyone could do half the shit they were doing. Like look at, like, Cobra's fatalities. One, he rips your heart out, the other, he cuts your head off. Anyone on this roster can do that. Like, I get Cobra can't do a lot, but he could do more than that. Shujinko's might have been the absolute worst. Maybe I'm a bit biased because we had to go back into Conquest to unlock them. But what does Shujinko do with those swords that somebody else couldn't do? Like, looking at just strictly fatalities, they were just terrible. They, like, across the board, they were very weak. Like, some little, like, bright spots, some little glimmers of hope, but the whole time it was just very meh. To move on to the harakiris, I can see why they never brought the harakiris back. Because so many of them were either person decapitates themselves, or person destroys their own head. I think we only had a couple ones that were fairly unique, like Dairu's, where he just bends himself in half. That was pretty out there and wild. That was cool. Smoke self-destruct was okay, I guess. That was something we hadn't seen yet. I think Havoc's was okay, where he, like, takes the head off and, like, presents his head. That's kind of, like, weird and wacky, and that's kind of his character. Everyone else just felt very, like, we don't really know how to do the harakiris yet. I'd say overall, I'm just very disappointed. I mean, Deadly Alliance wasn't better, but I felt like it had more of, like, an understanding of the characters and, like, what they can do. I felt like we saw more characters doing things only they could do, as opposed to this game where we're seeing a lot of a lot of the same moves by different characters. I mean, Tanya, I literally had a fatality similar to Gairu, except she just took one leg bone instead of two. And then when she actually used her Tonfa, she didn't even use it. She just jabbed it into you and you didn't even fall all the way over. Like, I'm really just disappointed. I thought I remembered a lot of these being better from, like, videos I'd seen. I thought I remembered a lot of them just being better, but they were not. Like, across the board, these were terrible. And I wonder how much of them being bad can be attributed to, like, 3D era jank, and how many of them they thought was a good idea, but just did not execute. Because, like, Deadly Alliance, some of those fatalities being bad could be like, okay, it was the first 3D era game. They're still working out the jank, you know? Like, that's fair. This game, I would expect them to kind of get their shit together and have, like, some better fatalities. But I feel like in terms of just creativity, I kind of want to say Deadly Alliance was better. But I feel like Deadly Alliance just had overall better creativity on their fatalities. As weird as that sounds, as, like, terrible as those were. This is a little disappointing. I also don't think it helps that this was twice as long as the Deadly Alliance ones, because we had to do 3 finishers per character. And then, even then, with Noob Smoke, we had to do 4. Because they each had their own Harakiri, but honestly, I think Noob Saibot in this game is the biggest case of, like, they did not do him justice. He is a character that is known for shadows and controlling shadows and darkness. Why the fuck is his fatality and Harakiri in this game just him throwing shurikens? Something he's never done before and has not done since. I don't know. I think at this point I'm just kind of ranting and nitpicking, but even then, like, there's some creeps. These were not good. Yeah, I think we're just gonna call it that. I am very much ready to, like, F off. I'm not complaining that we did this, but I'm definitely a little disappointed with the outcome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just head off then. Thank you for stopping in. I do appreciate it. Thank you for everyone that stopped in. Always appreciate it. I always love when people just stop in for little goofy shit that I do here. We'll try. So I need to get the last parts of Alien Isolation up, and then I'll start doing, like, uploading Deception. We'll probably start Armageddon tomorrow. That's the idea. We start Armageddon tomorrow. God, Armageddon, please be better. That's all I can hope for from Armageddon, is just be better. Just in some way. We're not going to be able to look at fatalities, because Armageddon did not have fatalities, unfortunately. But, I'll try. I could probably try and find something we can look at that would be unique to Armageddon. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and end off then. Thank you everyone that stopped in. I'm gonna go wash my eyes of some of the garbage that I just witnessed in this game. I'll see y'all later.